I want to thank all those that are here in solidarity with the family of Alex. Thank you for your energy tonight. It's very grounding, and I appreciate it. And I would like to just begin by asking Chief Sir, is it true that your family owns a funeral home? Okay, not anymore. So in KGO, you've been quoted to say that it turns out that Alex has a history of mental illness. I would like to know how is there evidence of that? You know, because I know mental health therapists, and those records, if that is the case, you know, is private. Thank you. Confidential. So right there, that's a violation of his privacy, his confidentiality. Okay? Second off, on that moment when he was surrounded by how many policemen, do you really think, or who would actually point a taser gun at how many police officers aiming a gun at me? Like, I don't believe he would do that. Okay? But, you know, what threat could that have been anyways? But, okay. And in the dispatch calls, we want a full transcript. Was the CIT activated? The crisis intervention trained officers, was that activated? And if not, why?
30 seconds.
Again, just to bring up the point in why I asked if your family owns a funeral home, how would that be relevant, right? So how would having a restraining order be relevant in this case if that was not the reason that these calls were made? I know Alex, he's one of the greatest sweethearts, very peaceful, not confrontational. He was not trying to provoke nothing with anybody. He was about peace and harmony. I do not want to be here tonight, but I'm here because this is wrong. I have a family to go home to. I'm a mother of a 15-month-old baby.
Amor for Alex. Amor for his story. Amor for his life. Amor for his people. Amor for his love. Amor for his smile. Amor for his fire. Amor for his revolution. Amor for his laughter. Amor for his mind. Amor for his soul. Amor for his mother. Amor for his father. Amor for those he touched. Amor for the ground he walked on. Amor for the neighborhood he called home. Amor for his voice. Amor for his heart. Amor for his eyes that saw life around him. Amor for his lips that sent sentences of life flowing with truth between beats of heart held together by love. Amor for his family. Amor for his spirit. Amor to those who break bread to heal black and brown, brown and black, to join black and brown and black, from Mission to Bayview, from Bayview to Mission. Amor to those who break bread to break silence sealed in lead. Amor to those who break bread for Alex and Mario and those taken from us too early. As the machinery breaks ground, steals homes, breaks backs, breaks bonds, breaks bones, and all that is sacred, we say today, more amor for Alex, more amor for justice, amor for Alex, amor for Alex, justice for Alex.
The family of Alex Nieto for standing up for justice and all of our human rights. I want to make a couple of really quick statements, but I want to make sure that London Breed, the chief of police, and the mayor hear this. There's a lot of talk about resolutions, conflicts, etc. with the community and the police. I want to point this out, that any solution that involves a profit for the prison industrial complex is not a solution. And we will no longer accept being the fuel that drives that engine of profit, while our people, our young men, and especially now our young women, who are the largest growing segment of the prison population, continue to feed that monster, whether it's with tasers or shields or tanks, but no more profits for the prison industrial complex. And the other thing I want to say, and I want to challenge London Breed and the chief of police and the mayor, for them to begin the de-escalation of this conflict, because it is the police and the media that have made the people the enemy, not the people making the police the enemy. So I challenge these civic leaders to send patrols of unarmed police into our neighborhoods. And if the San Francisco Police Department cannot find 2 or 3 or 4 officers to patrol our streets unarmed, then I have a serious problem with the San Francisco Police. I want to offer a poem in honor of Alex Nieto, because it seems that in our country, corporations are people, but people are targets. It seems like we're living in a Alice in Wonderland world, an upside down world, el mundo al revés. It's a strange world we're living here, where fat buzzards perch on trees while good food lies on the ground, and all around, children in their bare feet. It's a strange world we're living here. There's some hard knocks on this block, where everywhere you look, there's heavily armed cops and a body or 2, like Alex Nieto, that never had a chance to scream, stop. No, there's some hard knocks on my block. Es el mundo al revés, donde van corriendo los peces y los pajaritos nadan y los gatos pardos ladran, pues es el mundo al revés. It's a strange scene on this street where you're taught to lie and cheat, but in the end, it doesn't matter who you are. You're just another piece of meat, because it's a weird scene on Valencia Street. It's a strange world they're selling here, where no one looks you in the eye, and the budget goes for hate and war and fear. So the best thing is not to buy anything, because it's a strange world they're selling here. Es el mundo al revés, donde van corriendo los peces y los pajaritos nadan y los gatos pardos ladran, pues así es en este mundo al revés. Alex Nieto, presente.
Amor to you all, gente. How are you all? Alex! I greet you all with puro amor. And puro means this is the good stuff. All right? This is the good stuff. I was there at the trial every single day. I took over 100 pages worth of notes. I am going to summarize some of the key points right now. First of all, the final jury that was chosen consisted of a majority white jury. There were no Latino or African Americans on that jury. And And this is supposed to be justice. The evidence undeniably proved the following. Antonio Theodore, a black man, a witness who saw the killing of Alex Nieto, he claims that Alex was casually walking down the hill with his hands in his pockets. The officers jumped out of their car, yelled stop, and immediately began killing Alex Nieto. He sustained over 14 gunshot wounds to his head, face, lung, spine, shoulders, chest, leg, forearms, elbow, etc. Alex Nieto was wearing a baseball hat and sunglasses when he was killed. This was confirmed because there was a large hole defect found in the baseball hat that aligned with the shot in Alex Nieto's head. Also, there was brain matter that was found inside of the hat. Now, why is this important? Because the police officer rookie said when he saw Alex Nieto, he looked in Alex Nieto's angry eyes. That's what he said. And he said he saw Alex Nieto's forehead scrunch up in anger. Now, this, of course, is proven to be a lie. Because can anyone see my forehead? No! Can you look into my eyes right now, any one of you? That is a bold-faced lie. Another point. When the criminal investigators arrived after the killing and took pictures of the scene, the taser was photographed as being turned off. There is absolutely no way that the taser could have emitted a red laser beam, which is what all the police officers claimed that happened. And they also claimed that the wires were ejected from the taser. It is impossible for that to have taken place with the taser being turned off.
That's right. Make it plain.
Now, Alex Nieto, they're making us believe that he's holding a taser like this as they fire at him 59 times.
59 times.
He's shot in his head, inside of his face, in his lung, in his spine, on his hand, on his wrist. We are supposed to believe that Alex Nieto, he was a beautiful man, but he was not Superman.
Come on.
He could not have sustained all those wounds and continued pointing a taser.
No way.
Now, one last point, the most convincing evidence. The police claim that Alex Nieto at all times had his hands out and was pointing a taser at them. We proved beyond a reasonable doubt that a bone from Alex Nieto's wrist was inside of Alex Nieto's left jacket pocket. That would mean Alex Nieto had his hands in his pockets, just like the witness initially claimed. We, the people, unfortunately had the jury decide for the police officers. But we, the people, did not lose.
That's right. That's right.
Education lost. Because the fairy tale books that they promote as intelligence were proven to be a farce, a hoodwink. We argued better than them. We had more convincing, compelling logic and evidence. Does the stupidity of the verdict, does that answer to the people why we refuse to value your schools, your teachers, your puppet administrators.
Rumble, Ben, rumble.
Does that prove why we don't believe your education?
Rumble, young man, rumble.
We, the people, did not lose. Your justice system lost.
That's right.
Your sham is a tool to make believe everything is fair and just, and that we should just accept your verdict like good, nice players in a fixed game.
Come on, rumble. Right.
We, the people, did not lose.
That's right.
Your morality lost.
That's right.
You were proven to be cowards who could not stand up for the right principle,
Right.
for a real human being who was unlawfully murdered.
Right.
You feared going back to your villas in Clayton and Danville and telling your friends and family that you voted for a brown person and not the white, clean-cut poster police officer.
Yeah.
Your morality lost. We, the people, did not lose.
That's right.
Your United States of America Constitution lost.
That's right.
Your lies of equality and freedom, that lost.
Come on.
Now, if you are offended, it is not my fault. We didn't make up the rules. You did. You did. If you are challenged, then it is your chance to do right and spread the truth.
That's right.
Fight your father. Fight your uncle, your sister, your privileged community. We, the people, did not lose, for we continue with the truth. Not forward, but upward, upward. We march, we fly. Now, briefly here, and thank you for your attention, everybody, all right? Now to Officer Morse, all right? Immediately after the verdict. That's what this is. I'm going to read to you the exact words Officer Morse wrote on Facebook. This is it, everybody. Listen up. I'm not making this up. Go ahead, research on your own. He says this, smiling, and he's referring to Alex Nieto, smiling in a picture. How about burning his house down and tasing his friend who pressed charges? Now, Officer Roger Morse's post is a threat in the English language.
Right.
Listen up here, everyone. I'm not making this up. I am a college English instructor. Check this out. I have a BA from Berkeley, a master's, a teaching credential, and a Juris Doctor degree from UC Hastings. Check this. I know my English. Look, you cannot read his statement in any other way except the correct English manner. That is a threat to the Nieto family and to me. Any implications that others are attaching to those words, they are pure speculation. The words must stand on their own.
That's right.
And we must trust that this police officer writer who has written hundreds of reports, he knows how to write in English.
Right. Thanks.
I have heard of no other explanation from the source himself except that it is a threat. Therefore, fire Officer Morse! 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 All right, gente. One last thing. We have an event this coming Monday at the top of Bernal Heights Mountain where Alex was killed. It will be the 2nd year anniversary of his murder. Come on up and see how the homeboys and homegirls transform that into beauty.
Amor for
Into
Alex!
love. Amor for Alex.
Amor for
Alex. Amor for Alex.
Buen día.
Los amigos de Alex y se
Amigos de Alex.
Morning.
Mario.
¿Y papá?
Sí, hoy vamos a seguir otro día. Allá. How you feeling today? Your emotions today?
Oh no, I just don't want to be I'm excited, I'm calm, and I'm very glad that the day has arrived.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. I appreciate that you heard from Alex's father.
I was like, we're not coming!
That'd be great.
All right, your name, please?
Su nombre, por favor.
Elvira Nieto.
And how do you spell that, please?
ELVIRANIETO.
Thank you. Just interested in what this rally means to you.
Que para ti que es importante de que estén aquí apoyándote en Dios.
Es muy importante que toda esta gente me apoye para soportarme, para saber y para que sepa todo el mundo que mi hijo no era buen hijo.
And so I'm here. It's very important. It's very important that all these people have supported us.
Morning, beautiful.
It's very important that they're here to learn that my son is a good son. Was a good son.
This is supposed to be a giant.
And the start of today's trial, the significance of that for you.
La importancia de que estemos aquí iniciando el juicio.
Es muy importante para mí y para mi esposo que estén todos aquí soportándonos.
It's so important for me and my husband that everybody is here supporting us. Thank you.
Thanks very much for taking the time to talk. Thank you. Thank you for your help.